son of the dragon. They believed the execution of a monster would bring peace. They were wrong. A dead tyrant is dangerous, but his severed head was worse. The Sultan stood proudly before a crowd of thousands as the head of the infamous tyrant. Vlad, the son of the dragon, was lifted high. He had terrorized nations, impaled armies, and ruled with brutality so extreme that even seasoned warriors trembled speaking his name. When the executioner swung the blade, people cheered, thinking the nightmare had finally ended. But even those present swore years later that the head did not look dead. The eyes remained glassy alert, hateful. The Sultan ordered the head preserved with honey, herbs, and dark embalming rituals, so the world would forever remember his victory. It should have ended there. The head was placed inside a sealed wooden chest, locked with iron bands, then hidden deep inside the palace. Only the Sultan had the key. At first it was quiet, then the dreams began. Servants reported nightmares where Vlad stood beside their beds, whispering their deepest sins. Veteran guards woke screaming about forests of impaled bodies and the tyrant's blood-soaked throne. One guard swore he heard knocks coming from inside the chest. Another claimed he saw the box breathing. Every report was dismissed as fear and superstition, until people began dying exactly as they dreamed. The Sultan tried to ignore the rumors, until the nightmares reached him too. Every night he saw the same vision. He stood in a field of corpses, each one rising slowly, pointing at him with accusing fingers. And in the center was Vlad, headless body standing tall, and a severed head in his hand, whispering, "You stole my throne. Now I will take everything from you." The Sultan awoke each night drenched in sweat, convinced the curse was trying to break him. He demanded the box be moved to his personal chambers, so he could monitor it. That was his final mistake. One night, the Sultan woke to complete silence. The palace, normally full of guards, servants, and echoing footsteps, felt abandoned, like the air itself was holding its breath. Then he heard it, a soft crack, the sound of wax breaking. He turned toward the chest. The seal had split. Honey was dripping from the sides like fresh blood. The lid slowly lifted, as though pushed from within. Inside, the head stared at him. Its eyes were glowing a faint amber. Its lips curled. Then it spoke. "You celebrated too soon." The Sultan stumbled backward as the head rose from the box, floating unnaturally, dripping with honey-mixed blood. Every torch in the room extinguished at once. He tried to scream for his guards, but his voice vanished as cold fingers wrapped around his throat. He felt an unseen presence pressing against him, crushing his lungs, forcing him to kneel before the severed head. What happened next was never fully recorded, but the palace guards outside swore they heard a single shout, cut short, followed by a wet tearing sound. When they finally burst inside, the Sultan was slumped on the floor, his eyes wide open, mouth frozen in a silent scream. The head was gone. The chest was empty. The walls were smeared with streaks of red, dragged claw marks, as if something crawled along the stone, hunting. Over the next week, everyone connected to the execution died one by one, each in gruesome, impossible ways. And those who survived swore they saw a headless figure roaming the palace courtyard at night, searching for its missing head. Legends say the son of the dragon still walks, carrying his own head under his arm. Some nights, travelers see glowing amber eyes watching from the woods. And they say if you hear a knock at your door after midnight, it's already too late. Story uploaded to my YouTube. Click here to view it.